Jim, our next question was sent to CornyDriveThru at gmail.com from Z.A. Garcia. I'd like to know Jim's thoughts on how today it seems that no babyface would tap out to a submission anymore. I came to this realization after seeing Tozawa versus Gunther, and what most thought should have been a squash match turned into a competitive match.
Oh, good Lord, I'm glad I didn't see it.
I then got to thinking of the most iconic finishes where there was a huge pop on a submission hold, like Triple H tapping out at WrestleMania 20 and WrestleMania 27. Rey Mysterio on his matches with Kurt Angle. Randy Orton, I guess he meant in his matches. Randy Orton in his Iron Man match with Cena, just to name a few. What does it tell you of the state of modern wrestling that as long as you're a babyface, you don't have to tap out, just pass out?
Well, that's the thing, and I have to disagree here because, well, and there is room for baby faces to tap out. And the one he mentioned, Gunther and Tozawa, that should have been the one because, yes, if you've got a heel that uses some type of submission hold or, a dreaded Cobra clutch or whatever the fuck, to get it over, a bunch of the underneath baby faces have to tap out. And I got no problem with that. But you've also, your 2 or 3, or maybe as deep as the WWE is now, your top 4 or 5 baby faces, I don't see any need for them to tap out. Then they pass out because they ain't going to quit, but they're fucked, but they're going to take it like a man. It's some, it used to be something that baby faces never wanted to do was give up before tapping out was a thing, before MMA and the UFC. When an I quit match, I'll never quit. I'll never give up. And whether it was the figure 4 or the fucking abdominal stretch or whatever the submission hold of the era was, the babyface would never give up. He would, either pass out or the referee would stop it to avoid permanent damage. So the guy left with his honor. And he still got to heel over. It was even more dangerous that he wouldn't let go of these fucking holds, blah, blah, blah. So yes, some baby faces need to tap out for the overall scheme of things, but your top guys, I don't see it. And especially in AEW, once again, when they just do it because the heel just grabbed a fucking hold on him without putting them in the position in the first place by doing something below board or on a shady side, then that just really just makes my butthole quiver.
Would you even say that you're a fan of tapping out? I mean, obviously it's something that was incorporated into wrestling after the popularity of UFC and MMA, but did you prefer it before there was a tap out when people would just have to wait for the referee to signal that he heard someone say, "I give up"?
Well, it was easier to commit Montreal screw jobs back then. But no, actually, now that there is, again, you couldn't hear the guy saying, "I give up" in the old days, unless it was an I quit match with a microphone. But in normal matches, you couldn't hear it. You had to, the guy would nod his head up and down when the referee was asking him, or if he was immobilized and couldn't do that, then you just had to watch for the referee's face to go, "Okay, ring the bell." And then you knew. So this is a visual thing that the people can see and know and understand that indicates the guy gives up. So I think that's an improvement. I just think that they've done it too much just because they think it's cooler than wrestling, the business they're in, that everybody's got to, and then I'll make you tap. Well, you may not be fucking Hoist Gracie, motherfucker. Just come up with a finish. Give the guy some kind of fucking bump he can take, and maybe it'll be exciting to cover up for your bland ass. Not everybody has the charisma where they can have a stationary finish that everybody will be excited about. I just think about things like that.